We're gonna choose 5. Oh, I didn't hold up mana though. Oh, well, they're gonna cast something and lose 2 life here. I got a little too excited to cast that. Oh, baby. Yeah. Okay, this is what the deck was supposed to do. Hey everybody, we're back with another Wilds of Eldraine limited draft. Just got done getting my butt kicked in Rocket League, so I figured I'd play this for a little while instead. Let's see, our first pick looks like The End. Let's see what this thing does. Costs 2 less to cast if total life is 5 or less. That's nice. Exile target creature or planeswalker, search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as the permanent, and exile them. That player shuffles and then draws for every one exiled from their hand. It's a good card. I mean, it's a great card in Standard. I don't necessarily believe it's a great card in Limited, but it is 4 mana removal, I guess. So that's pretty good. Archive Dragon's good. I've played that in my pre-release deck. Both of my pre-release decks were Simic Ramp, which is interesting. But Luna's Gatekeeper was a hero in one of those decks. I was running 2 copies of this card, and it did some work. But for now, I think we'll just take The End and move along. Okay. Hatching plans can be great if you're in the right deck, when you've got a lot of bargaining to do, like with The End. This one doesn't have bargain, sorry. This is the one with the total life 5 or less. Obira, Dreaming Duelist, flash flying. Whenever another fairy enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. We kind of did a black-blue thing 2 decks ago. It was okay. We had lots of opportunities to get Faeries, so maybe we should try it again. It was a fun deck. I think we went 3-3 in that draft. Maybe 2-3. It was a fun deck. So sure, we'll grab it. I mean, we got that early enough that we can maybe build around it. Here's a fairy right here. But it's the only black card I see in the deck, which is a little bit alarming. And I see a whole lot of green. And only 1 blue. Wow. Leyline of Abundance. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional 1. You can pay 7-8. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's nice. Tempest Heart. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Or Trample. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on it. Ooh, that's kind of tempting. Interesting. I mean, we'll stay on the fairy path for now. No fairies here. Spell Stutter is pretty good in a fairy deck, I'd say. So you counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, plus an additional 1 for each fairy you control. Ginger Brute. I feel like that's always a good card no matter what deck you're in, but right now we're building a fairies deck, so we'll take the Spell Stutter. Again, that could change if we run out of things to draft. I dig that. Johann's Stopgap. Prophetic Prism is probably the other card I would take out of this pack. When it ETBs, you draw a card and then you can filter your mana. Okay, we'll take the Stopgap. Again, there's not a lot of black and blue in these packs, which makes me a little nervous. I'm wondering if we should wholesale shift to a different color. Again, I think I said this before on one of the other drafts too. It's like early on in the set, I try to draft archetypes that I haven't done before, just so I can kind of play with them and see how the cards interact with each other. I've already played a Faeries deck, kind of. It was Dimir, kind of Faeries. We had some Faeries in there, but we didn't have Obira, I'll tell you that much. But we'll see. I mean, if we find a better open lane, I should probably just take it. Curiosity. Whenever Shattered Creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. I think so. We have flyers in the deck, right? So I like having Curiosity paired up with Flyers. Sleight of Hand is good. I think we'll just take Curiosity here. Take the card draw. Okay, Fairy Assassin, another Prophetic Prism. Tenacious Tome Seeker. It's a 3/2 human knight with Bargain. When this thing ETBs, if it was Bargain, return instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. I think I'll just take the Fairy for now. We're not really that card is better in the blue-red spells deck. We're not building a super strong deck right now, which is kind of a bummer because I've done 3 drafts so far, and I think I've gone 2 and 3, 3 and 3, and 2 and 3. Does that sound right? And I think I went 3 and 3 with my limited pool, which again wasn't great. I do kind of regret the Ariete deck because it didn't dawn on me until much later in the draft that I should be looking for anything that creates a roll token. I was looking for auras, which there aren't a ton in this set. There's only a handful of aura cards, but there's a ton of cards that make the roll tokens. And so I think the first pack and a half, it didn't dawn on me that that's what I should be looking for. So our Ariete deck could have been substantially better than what it ended up being. Oh well. Need to sit up a little bit. All right. Oh, wow. Hey. Okay. Archive Dragon and Balluna's Gatekeeper came back to us. I like them both, to be honest with you. I want them both in the deck. They're not fairies, but... And this isn't a bad card either. I think we'll take the big flyer. Yeah. That's 6. That's something. Fairy Crusher is what they should have called it. Man, this draft is a little pokey. Clarice. That's not how you spell Clarice, but okay. Hatching Plans came back to us. Oh. Eek. Do we have much bargain yet? I don't think we do, right? So I think I'll just take the Fairy. Johan made it around, so there's nobody in the blue-red spells deck. That's interesting. Okay, now we'll take a freeze in place. Nobody in blue-red spells. Not many people in blue in general, right? Otherwise, that dragon and the adventure blue card, Beluga Guard or whatever it's called. Not Beluga, that's a whale. But anyway, that would be gone too. So maybe blue is open for us, and we just had really weird packs that didn't have a lot of blue cards. Possible. What are some other fairy payoffs? Alayla, obviously. She's the one you'd want, right? I already have full copies of these cards? Alright. I did open up about 20 packs from the ones they give you, like the... Oh, look at that, Water Wings. The 3 they give you, plus... Oh, wait, whoa. What? Oh, man. Ah, this is... I mean, obviously I'm going to pick the High Fae Negotiator, right? I say obviously. Is that the right choice? What does this thing do again? Whenever another rat enters the battlefield under your control, exile up to one target card from an opponent's graveyard. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, create a black rat creature token, but this creature can't block. Oh, man. That's so good. That's so good. But we're building a fairy deck. I think we take the High Fae Negotiator. And then we hope that the Spellscorn Coven comes back to us. I don't think it's going to. Boy, somebody behind us might be very, very happy. Stab Wound. Yes. I'll take a Stab Wound. Mm-hmm. Yep. Stab Wound belongs in our deck for sure. Okay. I think my favorite card... What is this? Untap all creatures you control. If it's a main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Activate only as a sorcery. Are you serious? What a great card. I think I might take the Hopeless Nightmare here. We already have a Spell Stutter and a Johann Stopgap. Actually, those might come back to us. Hopeless Nightmare, I love this card. If you're not familiar, when it ETBs, opponent loses 2 life and they have to discard a card, and then you can pay 3 to sack it and scry. Look at the wonderful red cards going around right now. Oh, man. I guess we just take the 3-drop creature here over the Evolving Wilds. Nah, let's cut black. If there is anybody in black, let them know that it's ours! What is this? Okay, we've got some choices to make. Oh my gosh. Okay. First of all, great enchantment. My opponent in my pre-release had 2 of them out. This thing, destroy target tap creature or 3/3 flying. It's a fairy. That's good. Exile target creature. If you control an enchantment, scry 2. I don't plan on running any white, so this is just a 3/3 flying for 4 right now versus a removal. I think I take the removal, right? Yeah. What is this thing? Copy activated ability or triggered ability you may control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Triggered ability? So this thing is a triggered ability. We could... Oh, if a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger that ability. Well, yeah, this is a good card in our deck, right? So is Ego Drain. And so is this card. Oh my gosh. We'll take the Virtue of Knowledge. We've got a lot of ETB trigger stuff. Mostly our Obira, but we've also got the thing, the Stab Wound. We could pay to have it do double damage. One time anyway. I think I take my first Balloon as Gatekeeper here. Sure. I don't know if we're going to play it, but I don't know if I'd play the other 2 either. Okay, so this was the right time to get into the fairy deck. We're hitting all of the fairy payoff stuff. Virtue of Knowledge. If a permanent... I mean, that's really only super good if we have our fairy out. Oh, yes! It came back to us! Yes! Oh, that's awesome. Man, it's too bad somebody wasn't in the blue-red spells deck. Sweet. Wow. Alright, so I don't think we run the Gatekeeper. We might not be running the Dragon. Vampiric Rites. We don't have much sack fodder. Alright, maybe we'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know if we'll play it. Really liking our deck. I don't know if we're going to play Water Wings, though. It's a pretty decent card, but... Wicked Visitor, probably not. This one, probably not. We have too many 4-drops. Another Spell Stutter, sure. I think our deck is coming together quite nicely, actually. I could use a few more 2-drops. I'm not going to play 2 of those, probably. Need some more 2-drops, for sure. I've only got 4. I've only got 2 3-drops? Oofda. So on the lookout for 3-drops, and then I suppose we do have, yeah, like this Adventure is basically a 3-drop, right? Virtue of Knowledge is a 2-drop. Wow, we have a lot. We're a Fairy Trixies deck. Lots of counter magic. Some bounce stuff. Like Johan here. Now I have 3 of them. Ego Drain! Yes! Perfect card for our deck. Okay. Goose. Crap, we have to splash the Goose Mother, don't we? Crap. It's not like there's anything else in here that I'm just like, oh, we need that for our deck. This card is amazing. 2/2 flying, comes in with X 1/1 counters on it. When this thing enters the battlefield, create half X food tokens rounded up, and then when this thing attacks, you may sacrifice a food if you do draw a card. Oh my gosh. Oh, I played with this card yesterday and it was so much fun. Okay. Look at the other cards just to make sure. Yeah, no, we're taking that one. We do need... Oh my gosh. We do need to find some fixing if we're planning to run the Goose Mother. Oh, this draft is turning out to be pretty incredible. I mean, if I were to stop now and this was my deck, I'd be perfectly happy, other than I need some fixing. So let's get some fixing. There's that one creature that fixes that's kind of neat. I think it's a Scarecrow or something. You just have to pay 1 for any color mana. Oh, Candy Grapple's a great card. Doesn't help us with our fixing, but I mean there is a chance we don't play the Goose Mother in this deck, which if you were to tell me I'd draft the Goose Mother and then not play it, I'd say you're crazy, but we've got ourselves a pretty nice deck. Good amount of removal, good amount of counter spells, good amount of evasive creatures. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I'm getting pumped. Also, I love the art on this card. This is the Virtue of the Plains one. I can't remember what it's called. Enchant creature when this thing... I think we'll take the Fairy card. Ooh, Ice Out would actually be kind of nice too. Nah, we'll take into the Fey Court. Still no fixing. Oh boy, that's tempting. Which one do I want? Let's go with the Snaremaster Sprite. 1 drop followed up with a Curiosity would be nice. So let's do that. I think Vampiric Rites probably doesn't belong in our deck. It'd be great with that rat legendary creature that we saw. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Am I going to see this pack again? I am not. Shoot. I really like Sleight of Hand, but I think we need to play the Prophetic Prism if we plan on splashing the Goose Mother. We'll grab it, just in case we end up splashing it. Wondering if maybe I shouldn't, though, just because we've already got a really good deck in just Dimir colors. I'll take another... Actually, I don't think I'll play 2 Freeze in Places, so I'll take that to add it to the collection. This thing, Scarecrow Guide. I'll grab it, just in case. So that's 2 ways of fixing. The problem with the Scarecrow Guide is it dies really easily. And now we're going to have to start... I'm a little light on creatures, huh? I have to start making some cuts I don't want to make in order to get the Goose Mother on the battlefield. I mean, I'll take this for the collection. I don't think I'm going to play any of the other black or blue cards in that deck. Sure. Okay. Did I grab that Evolving Wilds? I don't think I did. That one pack we were contemplating it. Oh. Take this one. Okay, we got some building to do, but I'm kind of excited for it. Four cuts to make. Let's see. What am I doing? Let's go back here. Sorry. Let's see how they have it built out. 8, 7, and 2. I don't hate that because our curve is pretty high. 2, 9. If we were to keep the Prophetic Prism and the Scarecrow Guide in there, what would we cut? Stopgap? Misleading Notes? Yeah, I think Misleading Notes goes for sure. Either way. Taken by Nightmares. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to try to run this without the Goose Mother. And we just take out our fixing. And then I think we might be able to get away with dropping that to 16. And then we would put back in... another stopgap? Do we have things to bargain away? We've got... I mean, we could make food here, but we'd have to put it back in the deck. I don't think we have a ton to bargain away. No, we really don't. We're not creating much in the way of tokens, artifacts, or enchantments. If any, actually. Are we? I don't know if we are. There's a blue fairy creature token. Is that the only one? Interesting. Okay. What do we... Living Lectern? I mean, we got plenty of 2-drops now. It is an artifact that would be available for bargaining. Yeah, let's put in the Living Lectern. Actually... I'm kind of back on the Goose Mother. Shoot. I'm back on the Goose Mother, and then putting in our fixing. And then we'd have 3 other cuts to make. If we have Goose Mother, maybe we take out the dragon. And what else? We have so many double-pipped black things that I feel like I should run 8 there, and I'm fine with that. How many fairies do we have? We have 9 fairies. That's good. Because our pack 1, pick 1... Or no, that was actually pack 2, wasn't it? They like fairies. Do I take out my Curiosity card draw? I don't think so. Into the Fae Court? Maybe? Maybe that's a cut. And then run 1 forest instead of 2? No, because I really want to be able to play the Goose Mother if I get it in my hand. I mean, what's the rule? If you're splashing, you should have 3 sources. So that's 1, 2. I actually would have 3, 4. But, again, Prism is not easy to remove. But Scarecrow Guide is, so I can't really count on that for fixing, so I still want to leave it in the deck, though. Virtue of Knowledge might be... that works so well with our Obira, though. Our easy-to-kill Obira. You know what? Let's go with 41. When in doubt, screw you, math. We'll do it our way. We'll do it live. Just kidding. All right.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, here we go. Let's try to get in this and not suck. Browncoat 7. I'm excited for this deck. I really hope it works. Okay, I'm fine with this. This is all good. I mean, I would like to have one of our 1 or 2 drops, but whatever. We've got a stab wound to start hitting our opponent, so that's nice. Alright, we can spell stutter something right away to slow them down while we try to catch up. We don't have to. Okay, so we have our Goose Mother. The end works really well when you run into a deck like mine yesterday when I was running a food deck with 4 of the Howlers or whatever they're called. Aw, that's not nice. What did that thing just do? Creatures get -1/-1. Okay. Alright, alright. I don't want to stab wound that. I think we just say go. We can either spell stutter or... So it's a 2/2. When it ETBs, target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to put the I don't want to put this back in their hand. Oh my gosh. That was really dumb. I didn't realize that I gave it double strike too. Whenever this thing attacks, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, it gets double strike. Oh, beautiful. I guess I am going to use it on that. Ugh. Gross. Okay. I needed one more swamp so I could use the end on that thing. Which... could also really use a green source right now. Okay. Do you have a counter? Do I have to counter your counter? Each opponent... Oh! Oh, I should have stacked it with this. They'd have to discard 2 cards. Oh well. It even paused and gave me the chance to cast it. I think I'd still rather hold up the mana here for the counter. Do I care about that thing? Or do I care about them using their mana? I care about them using their mana. So they'll have to pay 4, which they don't have, I guess, so never mind. Oh, they do. Okay, next turn we can play out the Goose Mother. Don't kill my Scarecrow Guide, please. Okay. So they're playing Swamp, Mountain, Forest. So they're probably not a counter stack. Ah. Do I just take the hit of 4 here? Kind of surprised they didn't swing both. X equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No attacks. Alright, now here's to hoping they don't have removal. Son of a gun, they're looking at it because they're gonna kill it. God! Dang it! Oh. If I do this, can I copy that? I can. Lesson learned. So gain 6. That's nice. Okay. Not exactly how I want to use that card, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so really wishing I had my draw spell back in this deck now. Because we're both top decking, and I'm not in a great place. No blocks. Saving my removal for when they play something that's really good. That's a good card. Yeah, I'll bargain that to gain some more life. Okay. Exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. You may play those cards. Oh, okay. Okay. Is that till end of turn? Yeah. So they're going to play my 3/1 Fairy, which is a bummer. God dang it. They get to kill my Fairy with their Fairy. Okay. Pass to blockers. Only reason I'm not blocking with my 3/5 is because this thing, when it ETBs, it destroys target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. So I didn't want to block it and take damage. Alright, we need to start catching up somehow. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, especially when they do crap like that. Just straight defense. Just what they need, more mana. That's a good card. We need to kill it. What all do they have in their library? What are we scared of? Okay, they got some scary stuff still in their hand. Like if they just drew their bounce spell, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Come on! This is getting ridiculous. I've got a lot of cards in this deck, and... land. I've drawn 10 lands. 10 lands to their 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Choose another player. That player gains control of target treasure. You draw a card. Yeah, that card's gonna be a lot of trouble for us. Yep. All bad news. This is all bad news. To say I'm a little frustrated right now would be an understatement. Deck, why are you doing this to us? I mean, they had that removal at the perfect time for our Goose Mother. That's such a bummer. Tap target creature an opponent controls, then put 3 stun counters on it. Yeah. Scry 2. Hey! Again, we know they have bounce spells in their hand. It should show me their whole library once it's been revealed. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You may discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. Okay. Making it a 4/2. That's fine. If they attack with it, that's not as fine. Crap. I think we're just dead. And our next card's not going to save us. Alright, well. I think our deck did what it was kind of trying to do, except obviously we didn't get this 2-drop in our hand that we desperately wanted at the beginning of the game, but I don't think it matters. Let's go take a look at our deck again real quick. Just to see, like... Do I want to put that card draw back in the deck? I think I might. Oh, no, cancel. Yeesh. Okay, let's take a look at this deck again. I just had supper. Okay, we definitely needed some card draw in there, right? We didn't, we ran out of steam there and we could never catch up fully. So, I think Into the Fey Court belongs in the deck. So we'll put it back in the deck. I think, while this card can be fun, if we, let's say, get out our Obira on turn 2 and then we're able to slam this thing down on turn 5, that's great. Now for every fairy that comes in, our opponent is taking 2 damage. Wonderful. The odds of us actually putting that combination together and having it work is pretty minimal. So Virtue of Knowledge, out the door it goes. I mean, we tried. I am kind of tempted to maybe run a couple of Johan's stopgap cards. We have 1 in there now. I don't know. I just don't. Nah. Ice Out maybe. Nah. All right, we'll do that. We'll run it back with 41 cards again. We're gonna take out that Virtue card because if we would have drawn that Fey card in the last game, I'm not saying we would have won. It would have been a lot nicer than what we did draw. Okay, moment to rant here for just a second. I tried to click into a match. I was in queue for 3.5 minutes, and I finally decided, you know what, this is ridiculous. It wouldn't let me cancel out. I was trying to click cancel, and it wouldn't cancel. So I just went ahead and did the old Control-Alt-Delete, went in, shut down the client, rebooted the client, came back in, and look, now I have 2 losses, even though I've only... Oh, you can't see it. Huh, there we go. I have 2 losses, even though I've only played 1 game. So, and that actually reminded me that I need to submit a ticket from yesterday when one of the cards didn't proc right, and my creature died, and the whole thing spiraled out of control. That was in the food token deck. So, anyway, I got a couple tickets to fill out. Wish me luck. There we go. Hopefully I wasn't muted too long. Yeah. So I just submitted back-to-back reports. I've never done that before, and they're for different days, so hopefully they don't think that's kind of fishy. Oh, come on. Please let me into this match. Okay, this time it actually let me cancel out. That's good. Last time I clicked cancel several times, and it wouldn't let me out. And then, yeah. Alright, well, hold on. Let me try one more thing. Okay, I'm back. I checked my internet. It's not me, it's them. Everything is fine on my end. So between the weird processing glitch yesterday where I actually kept my notes. Good thing I did. I would have completely forgotten about this if I didn't write it down. I sent a 3/2 Hollow Scavenger into their 5/4, and then I used the ability to give it +2/+2 by sacking the food, and it hit into their 5/4 and insta-died. It never got the +2/+2 boost, and it completely swung the momentum of the game. Okay, this is a risky keep. We can put down Scarecrow Guide on turn 2. And that'll be our blue mana until we get it. Never mind. Just kidding. I think maybe we'll play out Obira next turn. Do I do that, though? Or do I... You know what? I play this out first. Then I can take a look at their hand next turn. And then I can know if Obira is in danger of being eliminated and whether or not I should play her. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's a really nice hand. It's a lot of expensive stuff to get to, though. They have no plays until much later, so I think we just get rid of that one. Just in case they have like a Titanic growth or something. Or that. I think I'm going to put that on there instead. And then I'm not going to cast... Draw a card. Yeah, of course. Thanks. I think I'm gonna... Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Because they don't have a card they can play other than this 4/3 Trampler, right? Okay, that'll do it too. They'll go get another land card, I'm sure. We're gonna choose 5. Oh, I didn't hold up mana though. Oh, well, they're gonna cast something and lose 2 life here. I got a little too excited to cast that. Oh, baby. Yeah. Okay, this is what the deck was supposed to do. I really hope we get to keep playing and then that second fake loss doesn't completely screw us. Oh, man. I'm so bummed. Okay. I mean, we ran into an opponent who had a pretty slow deck. But still, ours popped off exactly the way I was hoping it would when we built it. Ah, I'm so upset that we got screwed out of a game. This is awful. I saw a lot of this on my first day of drafting. They'd give me all of my blue cards and then give me nothing but swamps. I mulliganed a lot that first day. Alright. So we do this because we have a way to play out the ego drain. Because we have a fairy we can play. That's why I put back the... whatever that one was. The 3/5. Because we're still quite a ways away from casting that. Hey, there's the hollow scavenger I was talking about. I wonder what their other color is. If it's a removal color, we're going to find out really quick. If it's black or red, don't look at it too much. Just ignore it. Ignore it. Oh, crap. Ignore it. Don't worry about it. Friendly card. Okay. Okay. Let's see what you got going on there. Red Cap Thief. We're gonna get rid of that. Yeah. I have to do it this way, and then next turn I can play out the Snare Master Sprite and hold back the counter spell. I think I'm gonna stop that. I probably should wait for the other one, for this thing, but you can't pay it. Yeah, it's 3. Tough cookie. All right. Yep. That thing is going to be a problem for us, so we're going to put Stab Wound on the Red Cap Thief. Why did it tap it that way? Why did it tap? Leave me the one blue that I could use to actually cast my... Oh. Oh, this isn't the one that reduces the cost of instants and sorceries. Just kidding. Never mind. I think we hold back one more turn. They're not wanting to send their 1/1s into me. With my 2/2 there. Now if they attack with the 1/1s, I probably have to take them. And I can't trade the Scarecrow Guide, because that's right now that's our only way to cast the Goose Mother if we're lucky enough to get it. What just happened there? Mill 7. Then put all cards that have an adventure from among them into your hand. Okay. Oh, Thunderous Debut. Torch the Tower. Okay, those are some good cards for them to mill away. We like that. This thing is a 4/4 with Trample, huh? Yeah, alright. I'll let them know what I have. I'm a nice guy like that. Permanent spells you cast have an adventure cost, cast one less. That would be this would be a really fun pick one, pack one, right? And you can just grab every adventure card you see in those 3 colors. Okay. We're in a little bit of trouble, but we can always push back something. How, what? Just, what happened there? What? What was that? How did this thing become a... Whoa. And let's see, this thing, pay 4, put a 1/1 counter on it. They can't pay 4. Okay. Candy Grapple is good. Yeah. Down to 5. Oofty. So, I wonder if I... Do I sacrifice my Scarecrow Guide and kill their 4/4? I thought about doing it right there just to block the 1 damage. Okay, we'll see what we draw here. Oh, that's a nice card. Look at their library. Raid Bombardment would be bad right now. Hope they don't draw that. Okay. Their graveyard. Yeah. Alright, end the search. End the turn. So down to 2 life they go. They can get back up to 5 with their food token. They drew a land. That's good for us. Okay. So we block here. We block here. 2 blockers. We're going to destroy their food token and sack this thing, giving it -5, -5. Then they can go up to 5. We'll hit them for 4. They'll die to the stab wound. That was fun. That was some fun little machinations happening in there. All right. Again, I'm just going to keep harping on this. I am so bummed. I am recording, right? Okay. Whew. Everything has just been going wrong in the last 20 minutes. I'm so bummed that that game, we got completely screwed by getting that loss. Hopefully we get reimbursed for it. I don't know. Like I said, I've never submitted back-to-back claims like that for 2 different days. I've submitted 2 claims in one day before, but it was like for 2 different events, and they were at different times during the day. So I don't know. It might look like shenanigans to whoever's reviewing it. I do like that we pulled Talion when our opponent basically only had 5 drops and they had 4 or 5 of them in their hand. That was pretty neat. All right, we got Goose Mother in the hand, Mocking Sprite. This is not a great opener, especially on the draw, but I think we're going to keep it anyway. And we have a friendly opponent. Like that. You like that? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I said friendly opponent. Sure. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Only reason I decided to tap that thing down is because I needed to use my mana on something. See if they have a counter spell here. And they do. Oh, draw 2 cards. There you go. Because this thing is really good to get, obviously, with sorceries. Instants and sorceries. Oh, blue-red deck, which is what we're playing against. Yep. We're going to choose 2. So now whenever they cast a spell with mana value 2, or a creature that has power or toughness 2, they lose 2 life. And I draw a card. Don't kill it, please. It's such a fun card. Just come on. Come on, let it live. Thanks. Okay, so we do this knowing that we can Sling Blade Assassin their 2/2. Two mana against the spells deck. I feel really good about that. We have Spell Scorn to push anything back in case they do try to kill it. And Sting Blade if they do try to attack in. Oofda. Ouch, I forgot this thing has prowess, even though it doesn't say prowess. It just says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Kind of forgot about that. Damn it. Damn it. I totally got outplayed there. Oh, and they're going to hit me for 8. Owie. We really, really, really need a green source right now. Or we're just dead. I got greedy. I got greedy. I should have just... Yeah. Ugh. I got greedy. This is what happens when you get greedy. I got too aggressive. Ridiculous. Okay, do I leave 2 mana up so I can sack the food token that we're gonna make? No, it has to be... I have to... No, I can't. That's too bad. We're pretty much dead to any kind of... Oh, screw you. I mean, that was a good deck. I feel like we were about to stabilize there if I didn't get too aggressive on that one turn. So, well, thanks, Wizards, for completely hosing me out of this Premier Draft, giving me a forced loss when I didn't even get to play in the game because your bleeping system stinks sometimes. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully I get some, like, a refund on this one because I got completely hosed.